Okay, I think we're live. Welcome to the second edition of UX Job Speed Dating. I am your romantic host, Debbie Levitt of DeltaCX.com, and we are here today to meet a number of people. And the qualification was they must be mid-level or higher. So some mid-level, some seniors, maybe even some leads. I don't know anybody except Jen here, so everybody's new to me. We did have 9 people sign up today, so we'll see who shows up other than Jen and Taylor. But even if it's only them, they only get 4 minutes each to field some softball questions about who they are. And the idea is just like speed dating. If you think these people sound interesting, you'd like to meet them, you'd like to talk to them, maybe for freelancing, consulting, contracting, full time job, whatever these people are open to, find them and contact them. So at the end of each person's 4 minutes, they'll tell you how to find them. And then we hope everybody will spread this video around so that more hiring managers can meet more eligible UXers. And you can always follow my world at deltacx.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The redirect is deltacx.tv. That'll send you straight there. So I'm going to get started. Jen, you're unmuted, your video's on, and I've got some easy questions. So first start out by giving people where you're based, how many years you've worked in UX, and any particular specialties or subspecialties. And your time starts now.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity, Debbie. So my name is Jen. I am based in New Haven County in Connecticut in the United States. I am a librarian and a UX researcher. I've been doing UX research for about, let's say, 6 years now. I'm a solo practitioner. What I'm really looking for is guidance and a little bit more mentorship in the UX research space. I'm not a designer. I do generative and evaluative research, as Debbie and I were just talking about that. But again, I'd like to just bring a little bit more discipline to my practice. And I'm currently pursuing a second graduate degree in organizational psychology. So I'm trying to focus on building my leadership skills and also learning more about psychology and how I can apply it to design and design research. Design research.
And since I happen to know you now, are you comfortable telling people where you work now? Because it is impressive.
Oh, sure. So I work at Yale University.
Fireworks. I need fireworks behind me. Okay, so I'm going to throw you some easy questions just so people can get to know you a little bit better. Tell me about what would make your next job a great experience.
I think if I had the next opportunity that I moved to would be solely focused on research with space and time to dedicate to really in-depth and interesting projects that help make the world a better place. And I know that sounds very rosy, but I do, one of the things I like about working in academia is that there is a little bit more of a altruistic approach to UX research. We're giving our services away in the library. That's what librarians do. And so I would love an opportunity to work in that kind of environment, but as well have, like I said, a mentor, someone to kind of, check my work, help me feel not alone. And tell me when I have something right and tell me when I have something wrong, because I really, it's a little unnerving to figure it out on your own, and I try to do that to the best of my ability, but I'm only one person, and as we know, everyone's perspective is biased, and if you don't have someone else to offer another insight,
yeah,
know,
we get it. Gosh, when we did this a week ago, I was asking people if they were open to remote work, but now I imagine everybody's open to remote work.
Yeah, and that would be ideal for me. I'm grew up in Connecticut, so I'd be open to all kinds of opportunities, but remote would be the best, or the tri-state area.
Okay, great. And what made you want to work in UX? Did you start in the librarian world and transition in? How'd you get here?
Yeah, so I started in the library world. I've been working in the library world since I graduated from college. And I started working on a UX team, like I said, 6 years ago. And it really struck me that in librarianship, there's a lot of time and energy spent on teaching people how to use different tools. And there's a lot of like ink or digital ink, I guess, spilled towards that, instructing patrons in a public library, instructing students in an academic library, and so on and so forth. And it's just a lot of time. And I remember I was going through library school at the time, and I remember feeling very frustrated that this is the best we can do. These systems are terrible, and they don't make sense. And why do we want people to essentially learn how to search like a librarian searches? It doesn't make sense. Like, why would we?
I've got to cut you off because your time is up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. If you've ever done speed dating, your time is up. So just to finish, and there's no time limit here, but give the people the short version of where can they find you, email address, website, LinkedIn.
So my email is jen.nolte, Nolte, @gmail.com. And my LinkedIn is linkedin.com/in/Jen, 2 N's, and then Nolte. That's where you can find me.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jen Nolte.
Thank you.
Going to mute you and turn off your video, though you're welcome to leave the call if you would like. And I'm going to bring Taylor into our world. And sorry about all my phone making all these sounds, but I'm trying to keep the sound up for to hear the timer. All right, great. We've got Taylor and he's got his coffee. So Taylor, welcome. You're new to me. Good to meet you. And again, start with where are you based? How many years have you worked in UX, and any particular specialties or subspecialties that you want to mention? And your time starts now.
Okay, well, first, thanks for doing this, Debbie. It's nice to field questions from the Mary Poppins of the industry, so I appreciate this. So I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a UX UI designer. Been doing this for about 5 years. So I'd say I'm a little bit mid-level right now in my career. I have some past experience in marketing, and now I'm at a real estate-ish company. And sort of like Jen, I'm kind of looking to expand my network a little bit more, meet some of my advanced UX peers, connect a little bit more in the community in Atlanta, and kind of share things with each other. Because right now, in my experience, it's been a little bit a UX team of one so far. So it would be great to meet some other people, just get, understand their experiences and their career trajectories, and sort of compare that with my own and where I'm looking to go.
Okay, so next question, and again, these are all relatively easy. What would you talked about UX and UI, what would you say is your key strength? What are you best at?
So I would say my key strength in UX is probably, if we're thinking about design thinking, the define stage. My Myers-Briggs type is an INTJ, so I really like understanding the whole scope of the problems we're looking to solve. I don't kind of like to just brush over things. I like to really dive in deep and get all the data, get all the information, understand the abstractions, and really put together like a good model that we can then, ideate from.
Okay, great. So more of that research side.
Yeah.
Okay. And has your current job allowed you to do a lot of that deep quality research?
It started out that way, yeah. So when I got here, along with a lot of the other IT organization hires, it was really, kind of carve your own path, because UX didn't exist before I came. So I was really empowered by the CTO to, whatever it took to, get started on these projects, and whatever you needed, let's, invest in that. So getting a good UX process defined, getting usability tested, implemented, getting the upfront user research processes implemented. So that's been great so far at this company, being able to sort of carve out the niche of UX and evangelize that to the upper leadership.
Okay, super. So let me also ask you, tell me about what would make your next job a great experience or a really good match to you.
So I think going into an environment where design and design thinking is already sort of established at the C level. At my past 2 jobs, I found that hasn't quite been there yet. So it's been sort of a responsibility for the designers to educate and I don't really want to say like sell it, but that's kind of what we're doing. We're trying to sell ourselves and sell our services to the company we work for. And so I think it would be great and refreshing, honestly, to go into a place where that was already kind of a thing. And then they basically had the ground laid for me to work off of, you know?
Okay, so possibly either a larger company or one with greater UX maturity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good to me. You've got 20 seconds left, so I would say throw in anything else you'd like people to know about you, and then give people the ways to contact you.
So I've read Design Sprints. I'm always trying to keep up with the forefront of where UX is heading as we get into, no UI design, things like that. So I'm always trying to stay abreast and abroad of the new trends and trying to keep, up to speed with the forefront of UX design. Where people can reach me, my portfolio site has all the information. That's taylorcornelius.com. Email is tcorneliusart@gmail.com. But portfolio site has my resume, has some great work examples, and sort of showcases that variety of skills that I have.
Excellent. Okay. Well, thank you, Taylor. Good to meet you. No offense, but I'm going to mute you and turn off your video there. You're welcome to hang up the call if you'd like. Stop video. And now we're going to invite Josh on. I may not be pronouncing your name correctly. I'm so sorry, but you'll be saying your name very soon. And okay, you're unmuted. Hi. So we're going to give you the same 4 minutes everybody's been getting. And I'd like you to please start with where you're based, how many years you've worked in UX, and any particular specialties or subspecialties you want to mention. And your time starts now.
Yeah, hi Debbie. It's pronounced as Jashan, but that's fine. So I'm currently based in College Park, Maryland, and I'm a design HCI student at the University of Maryland. So in total, I have 3 years of experience in UX design. I've worked with a number of startups in the health tech space, in e-commerce, in supply chain. So I have a bunch of different experience, and I've worked on multiple platforms as well, whether it's mobile, web, tablet, or even I worked on hardware projects as well. So coming to my specialty in design, I would say it's the number one thing is bringing people together about and developing a consensus. So I would like to call myself more as a facilitator of design. So I do build certain things that can facilitate those discussions. So in the research phase, it would be the research document that I would have. I'll bring the entire engineering team, the founding team together, and share my research with everyone, and so that the entire team can empathize with the users and not just me. In the design phase, I tend to share my low fidelity designs with the entire team, so that they can play around with it and criticize it internally. So that's number one specialty. The second thing I really specialize is in interaction. I feel that I really get interaction design on how different interactions can make or break a product. So I spend a lot of time in the low fidelity phase in just ideating with different designs in different ways a user can accomplish their goals. And I feel that I bring a lot of value there. But apart from that, I follow these other two areas that I'm I would say I specialize in, but I follow the entire design process. I've done numerous I've used numerous research methods, whether it's interviews, surveys, co-design, whether it's diary studies, and I've also done a number of usability tests. I understand quantitative data, I can even implement it, and I can understand it, and again communicate it back to the team.
Okay, so I don't know if I heard you correctly. Did you say you're currently at university or you graduated the university?
I'm currently in the university. I'm graduating in May 2020.
Oh, okay. Well, pre-congratulations. And when you said that you'd been working for a few years, was that projects related to your studies, or were these a separate job you had or freelancing you were doing?
Like I've worked in other industries as well. Like I've worked as a business development manager. I've worked as a project manager. But the 3 years of experience that I mentioned is in the industry of like product design.
And were those projects from your school, or were they freelancing you had outside of the school?
Yeah. So even before coming to the school, like I was working as a product designer back in India, and like I worked with a couple of startups there, like for 1.5 years. And even here, like apart from the school projects, I'm also like working as a UX engineer at the University of Maryland itself, where I like design and develop their like website, conduct research with their like target population, and try to like update their like web platform according to that. Apart from that, I'm also like working as a product designer in a like contract position with the company nearby.
Okay, great. Thank you. And my clock says you have 5 seconds left. So in this time, I'm going to ask you to please let everybody know how
Yeah.
they can get in touch with you or learn more about you if they liked what they heard.
So hi everyone, you can reach out to me either on my website, which is jashangupta.com, or you can reach out to me like by email, which is jashan@umd.edu. It's JASHAN@umd.edu.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I'm going to mute you and turn off your video. And thank you so much. Good to meet you. Stop video. Okay. Well, like I said today we had 9 people sign up. 3 of you showed up. I greatly appreciate you all showing up. At least the 3 who showed up. And since there's nobody else here, we're just going to wind this up right now. This will be immediately archived both on LinkedIn and YouTube. Again, our YouTube channel is Delta CX. You can find it at deltacx.tv. Please subscribe. And everybody, please share this out. Share it, rebroadcast it. We want hiring managers to meet these people and see if they might be a fit. So from me, I'm going to say good night because I'm out of energy here in Italy. It's been a long day. And I hope you guys find the jobs of your dreams, and please